Ace Jack does zip it in from under the gun, folding around to the blinds now. Nobody waking up with anything worth calling as of yet. King 8 similar. Do you have a song of the day, Corey? Yesterday we were hoking and poking, and then we had some other songs going on. Was there anything that you've got stuck in your mind?
There is actually.
Who's
I'm not
Ashley?
sure if I should say, but it. I've got some K-pop demon hunters stuck in my head.
Oh, oh dear. I haven't
Have you
watched it
watched the
yet.
K-pop
Is it
Demon
worth?
Hunters?
Is it worth a watch?
I mean,
No.
it actually is worth a watch. I wasn't expecting much going in, but honestly, it was not bad.
Because it's like massively popular. There's even a like at one of the convenient. Wow, this is a big rip. What the? Wow, 30 big blinds almost with Ace 4 offsuit from the button. I guess he does cover these guys. That's one thing that I missed. They're like 15 effective, but still, 15 bigs effective with Ace 4 outside of a bubble situation's a big jam.
Yeah, still pretty aggressive.
There's a convenience store that has a kind of like a core flute display for K-pop demon hunters, like some promotion that they're doing, and I didn't realize it was that big. It's huge over here.
Yeah, I mean, you should definitely watch it. It's pretty good. Soundtrack is all bangers.
Yeah, I'll
All
have to
bangers.
check it out.
Exclusively.
Pocket nines for Pan Kai Ming. Finds the race at 20,000 as the blinds went up not long ago. 4-8 to 5-10. And I have that we will be playing to a winner today. Field's already thinned out from 118 to 94. And with this blind structure, I think it's going to be pretty quick. I believe we go from 510 to either 515 or 612. I'm not certain.
So we're not messing around, is what you're telling me.
We are not here to give any pleasure to any spiders, that's for sure. Those luckies. Did you know that on average, the average person eats between 8 to 9 spiders every time I cook for them?
That sounds like you've got some pretty wicked recipes up your sleeve.
Oh, look, I mean, Tarantulas Kill Patrick is it's a favorite. There's a raise and a call blind v blind. I can't take credit for that joke, though. That's an Anthony Jeselnik joke. Queen 6-8 of Rainbow. Is it just me, Corey, or is the P in option boldened? You'll see it in a second when somebody's... Really, yes.
Yeah, no, we've... through the first 4 days, there's just occasionally one letter that will be bold. in a collection of words. I assumed it was just a. I assumed it was a design choice.
Yeah. Does that mean we need to like change our pronunciation of it?
Like, see,
Small
check,
blind with the check.
check. Yeah.
Check. And now action on Pen Kai Ming has his opposition. Looks like he is going to find a bet turning to pair Wei Kyo Liang. Only with one out, forgive me. This is 6 of spades. I'm also curious, what is that card protector that he's rocking? Is that a collection of magnets, do you think?
Ooh, that is cool. It looks heavy.
It does. It looks like if it's magnets, maybe it might mess with the RFID chip, so we have to be very careful about that. Oh, this is an ill-timed bluff. Fires out 100,000 on the ace of spades river. Really not representing anything, if I'm honest. What ace X do you have, my friend? You don't have ace
I don't
eight.
know if I don't know if that's really his concern. I think he just suspects that he's up against something not all that strong, and he's going to try and make it fold.
Yeah, I mean, sure, but like, for this size, it doesn't make much sense. Like, is he going to float a hand like ace 10 offsuit, ace jack offsuit? No, he gets the call from 2 pair, as he definitely should, but I'm not even sure a hand like queen 10 would be folding.
Yeah, I'm not sure. I'm not totally convinced by this bluff. We did see the Queen Nine of Spades earlier played with just sheer aggression, almost seemingly just for the sake of aggression. I mean, playing powerful poker is generally speaking a good strategy, but sometimes we can find ourselves getting caught up and firing chips in without giving it quite as much consideration as it might need. Obviously, we're not really telling the most convincing story with our line. Against really switched on opponents, we're going to get punished for stepping out and trying to force things that aren't there.
On the topic of aggression, somebody here said something rather aggressive to me. They were a friend of mine, actually. They said that they hope that I fall into a really deep hole with water at the bottom.
And this was your friend?
Yeah, I mean, I know they mean well, but...
Oh, no. Oh, no.
Pocket threes. Not going to flat the button. I think I would have liked to have seen a button flat maybe there. I mean, you are 22 effective, so it's a bit dicey, but... Pocket threes, man. Come on. Think of the sets you could flop. Oh, wow. It looks like he's actually gotten away with not calling, because this ace-jack for bigs definitely should be locating the chips into the center of the table. Sure, you're against under the gun, but you've got ace-jack for 8 bigs. Looks like virtual all-in comes out, and I think the additional 10k that is behind is going to be finding a new home with the dealer any moment. I think ace 10 for this amount is just a little bit too good, right?
Yeah, you just have to run it. It's 8 bigs. You've already got 2 of them in there. Even if you are crushed, the price is not that bad.
Yeah, looks like he just does jam. Cards on their backs, ace 10, ace jack. Good luck to both of these guys. Liu Khan with an opportunity to get up to 179,000. Needs to dodge 10s and all the chop outs that could occur. But I just have this sneaking suspicion that the 10 of diamonds is live here. I don't know. Let's see. No, the King Jack 8 board needs to fade 4 queens now. Another king. An ace would chop it now. River card. Oh my god.
wow.
Remain in your seat,
What
sir.
is that?
Don't go anywhere. Merry Christmas. Give me back the biscuits. I'm not leaving this seat.
What a roundabout way to
Ace 10.
find a chop.
Roundabout way, you reckon, Corey? Entered a four-way rotary and located the fourth exit. Back the way we came. A question, crew. Did you get the opportunity to watch any of the videos that we've uploaded? The any of the reels that we've created here at the Red Dragon Poker Tour?
I don't think I've seen any of the reels yet. No, I've watched lots of videos of you dressed in a suit, making clever remarks. They've been a lot of good fun, but I haven't seen the reels yet. Where, if I was to go looking for them, where should I look?
Check out Play Red Dragon on Instagram, and you'll be able to see all of them.
Perfect. I will go looking. And Way is
there was a video that was
looking for a
uploaded
customer
yesterday,
here.
which was very funny, as we see the cutoff open in sixes now. 21 blinds. Do we just go with this?
Yes. Short answer. 22 bigs against a cutoff open. Pocket sixes plays best as just a rejam. The idea is we want to deny a lot of equity. Our hand is strong, but its playability is somewhat low and out of position. If we can solve that problem early, it's generally a good thing to do. Unfortunately, sometimes we run into the pocket aces where our playability is not really the concern. It's more so that we have two outs. Make that 0. Tang drawing virtually dead here. And on that turn card, it is official. We will be losing Tang Pang in 86th place. Way up over 500,000 chips now. Way is going up, up, up. It's his moment. He knows
Certainly seems
together we're
it certainly
glowing.
seems like for him the only way is up, really.
He is gonna be golden, Jordan. Another premium hand. This time for Wang, 10 bigs under the gun. This is a case of sometimes the best solution is the most simple one. Good choice. All the chips are in the middle.
Yeah, 107k locating itself with that all-in triangle. Requesting the triangle and being rewarded with 2.5 big blinds in return. Merry Christmas, sir. Remain in your seat. Have we seen anybody else utilizing the sit-down backpack equity?
Oh, no. I mean, that's next level. I don't know if we're going to see see anything quite like that for some time. And going to look to increase his chip lead over the table with the ace-queen here. No customers, which get richer. Last time way to the pot was with pocket aces. This time, small downgrade down to ace king.
As I'm spotting somebody on the right side of screen there, Corey, and it is somebody that is native to our home country, Mr. Jerome
From down
Tan.
under, you're saying? It certainly looks like Jerome
Wait, no,
Tan.
that's not him. Oh, wait, is it? Is it him in seat 8? Seat 9?
I do believe it is.
It looks like we're going to have a defend here.
This is a
Corey,
little bit
am I,
loose against the early position.
Uh-oh. Danger, danger. King 6, deuce, 2 hearts. Oh, wow. Check, jam, snap. This is not good news for 10-6 as Xiong Hao Yu needing to locate a 10 or a 6 to stay alive.
We're looking for back-to-back doubles, or back-to-back stackings, rather. Turn is clean. He just needs one more. And Xiong not able to find his card. He will be eliminated in 80th place. Jordan, we are moving quickly through this field.
Yeah, we definitely are. I mean, we expected that it was going to be quick, but I don't think we expected it was going to be this quick. We're already through over 1/3 of the players that return for day 2. Hey, Jerome. Look at you, mate. Now, I have to ask Corey, I've just adjusted my microphone because I think you could have heard me breathing. Now, whilst that is a regular part of being a human being, I don't really want it to be coming through the microphone too much, so I've made a slight change. Hopefully, no more breathy noises.
Certainly it's sounding all good on my end.
Reminds me of The Simpsons. You ever watch The Simpsons, Corey?
Have I ever watched The Simpsons? No, Jordan. What's that?
No, like, are you a Simpsons fan?
I'm not a huge Simpsons fan, but I have enjoyed plenty of episodes of The Simpsons.
There's an episode of The Simpsons where Homer takes on a steak challenge. And the guy that he's competing against eating the steak, like, completes the steak before him. And Homer raises his hand to kind of be like, oh, you win, my friend. You're the first person to ever out-eat me. And the guy's, like, not moving. And Homer goes, hang on. This guy's not breathing. Aren't humans supposed to breathe? So I'm glad that I'm able to confirm for the viewers at home by way of, yeah, I'm not an alien, I'm not a robot. I am a moron, but I am still human, so glad we can work through that together, as the ace-jack of clubs is going to work together with the 10-7 to try and make a flush. How about the queen 9-8 board? That's interesting. Open-ender for the 10-7, excuse me. Ace-jack is still in the lead, but the percentages are not in the direction that it would want to be. It's almost a flip still heading to a turn. Looks like the 10-7 is going to locate 18k into the middle.
Only reason that his 10-7 is not even closer to 50-50 is that the pair of 10s is not live. Five of spades.
What would be a Carnage River card? Like the Jack of Diamonds or something?
I mean, there's probably not any super crazy, brutal ones, but I mean...
Oh, how about the Jack of Spades?
The Jack of Spades is fun.
That's actually as interesting as it gets, I'd say.
So now there's the question of, can he value bet the straight with 4 spades on board? And then there's the question of, does Wei want to turn his jack in bluff, or does he think he has enough showdown value? And then there's the question of, what does he do facing a bet? And we won't have to answer any of these, because both players quickly check, and we will have a winner.
Yeah, no hoking and or pokering going on there. I must ask, Corey.
Go ahead.
Has anyone really been even decided to use even Go want to do look more like?
And you could do anything?
Oh, dear. So it looks like we're going to get some fresh faces to the table. We've had some eliminations at outer tables, which means we are closing things down. You can see at the top left, it says 78. I think given we are bringing faces to the table, it's going to be even less than that. So blinds are also up. Actually, Corey, this is a blind level I'd love to chat to you about. It's basically a 1 big blind, small blind, big blind, and anti-blind level. A couple of guys have started doing some work on this after playing these series here, both at Red Dragon and at other stops around the Asian circuits. What do you think of this, and how would your strategy change when you already have a big blind invested from the small blind?
So I think... Now, I'm going to preface this by saying this is not something that I have studied. It's not very common here in Australia. In fact, I don't know if I recall ever seeing this kind of blind level in a tournament here. So it's not something I've committed a lot of time or effort to, but it makes sense that your open size should slightly increase to offset the really good price that the big blind is getting. And it makes sense that you get to start flooding a lot more in the small blind, especially if your opponents aren't increasing their sizing. You'll also get to defend the big blind marginally wider. Essentially, just calling overall becomes better of an option because you're getting better pot odds. And then I think as the opener, the idea is we compensate for that with our open size. Now, again, if there's any whizzes in the comments that have been grinding out and labbing the same small and big blind with an ante format. I would love to know your words of wisdom.
One thing that's interesting to note, because I actually had a conversation with Fernando, the amazing tournament director that's rocking the floor, I think, for this event. I had a conversation with him about this, and I kind of was like, well, like, why? Like, it's been so normal for us to play 6-12, it's so normal for us to go to 8-16, blah, blah, blah. And he said, well, a couple of things. Firstly, the 10-10-10 blind level allows for the 1K chips to be eliminated from the tournament earlier, so we can get rid of those and we can color up the stacks a little bit more efficiently. But also, the 10-10 blind level actually has the same amount of chips dead pre-flop as 6-12-12. So 10-10-10 gives you 30k in chips dead pre. Likewise, 6-12-12 also gives you 30k chips dead pre. And that kind of made me think, oh, okay, well, that kind of makes sense. It's not something that I'm used to seeing, but now kind of makes a little bit more sense why it would be something could be utilized. And one thing that personally for me makes it a little bit interesting is that it's something else to kind of think about. It's a new area that you can definitely study and potentially try and locate an edge with. And I actually think it's a really cool added development to potentially bring in a 1-1-1 blind level as opposed to the half big blind 1-1 that we're so used to seeing.
Yeah, I mean it's very clever. I noticed a couple of times on the stream we've seen levels like this, but we haven't really had a good chat about it yet. Yeah, I was interested to hear what the thoughts were, both from the staff and the organizers on introducing this as a level, and the players on actually playing it. And yeah, I mean it makes a lot of sense. Seems very practical from an organizational standpoint. I mean, when we brought in the big blind ante in the first place, obviously a big part of that was just making the game run smoother. And that's been a very, very positive change and a very, I think, well accepted adjustment to the way that we play poker tournaments, having that big blind ante. And can't see this 1-1-1 blind level necessarily being any different. It seems like a pretty clever adjustment. And yeah, you're right, Jordan. It definitely creates a new area of the game where you can try and extend your edge over the field, a new area where you can put in a little bit of extra work and create a little bit of an extra advantage.
I mean, because we see the kind of 0.6611 big blind by the way of like the 10k 15k as well. There's already that kind of additional slight added incentive for the small blind to maybe have more flats. We also see it at early stages of a tournament at 200 300 300 kind of thing. So it's definitely like these slight little adjustments to the structures make for a little bit more potential difference in play and adjustments of styles and things like that. So it's always interesting to think about, and if this is going to be the norm moving forward, I definitely think people should be worthwhile kind of thinking about it. Looks like we are going to see a call from the Jack-6 suited after Yi Peng finds the raise with 9s under the gun, and notably did take a slightly elevated size. Took it to 23k as opposed to the min raise that we've seen so far, and that's a pretty big flop for the Jack-6 of diamonds, a gutter and the Jack-high flush draw, as well as the overcard to the 9s. 9 still ahead, but needing to fade a plethora of outs. Looks like he's going to kick it off with a bet of 16,000. Yeah, check jam.
Triangle,
this is
Leslie.
awkward. You've already put a third of his chips in, and you have an underpair. really is pretty tragic to bet fold this, and this Jack 6 is going to get away with murder. I mean, you're effectively doubling up on a board that you kind of have no right to, as the nines get punished for c-betting a board that the big blind is still going to be connecting with, especially at this shallow stack depth.
It's actually a massive result for the Jack 6 suited.
Yeah.
You're right. It's basically a double up, and not only did you not have to get to showdown, but you also at no point in the hand were ever ahead. It's a pretty incredible result, all things considered. That's a big jam.
Most certainly is. 17 bigs all in, +2.
You will get it through. Looked like a reasonable chance an open would have got through as well, judging by the whole cards of his opposition. Fours undone, 10 bigs. Decides to pass it up. Another thing that's worth noting here at this 10-10-10 blind level is your open jamming ranges can probably widen by maybe a pip or sometimes even two with the extra dead money out there.
Jerome does locate the 3-bet to 50k with the ace-queen offsuit. And given how Dawei has played so far, I think he's probably just not even going to think about this and pitch it. I mean, he's been relatively snug. King Jack for Yi Peng, obviously going to be folding this. As it gets back over to the ace-10, and what are we going to see? No, he does want to see a flop. So away we go. Readjusting himself in his seat, needs to locate a 10. 5 of clubs, no help. How about another 5 and a 9? 2 overs, backdoor flush draw, ace, queen, comfortably in the lead. Stack to pot ratio of 1.2. Tanwin Mang definitely feeling comfortable about it. $21k is the wager, and I like this size. Because if you think your opponent's going to be peeling too wide on flops, you kind of want them to be able to continue the hands like Queen Jack, Ace 10, King Queen. Looks like he will put in the call. 172 now, turn card. Is a queen that gives Tanwin Meng the check mark. Do you think we ever see a cheeky check back here on the turn? Full Badoogie
Potentially,
board.
we've got a
the board basically locked, right?
Yeah, and also you're shallow enough that you can jam the river even if you do check here. Sometimes you can even induce a jam from your opponent. So check here certainly seems reasonable, but at the same time, like we have a very strong hand that wants to get value, and sometimes the best way to get that is just bet. If you think your opponent's holding something like a pocket pair, then putting in a small bet here and setting up a jam on the river will sometimes be the best way to get all of the chips in.
Yeah, Jerome getting milky here. Not going to work out. He's going to take it down, and sure, doesn't get any more value, but he does take himself to over 36 blinds, and he got here with less than 20, so he's going to be feeling pretty good about that. We've got a question from Lapis Roblox on YouTube saying if they stay with the 1-1-1 format, shouldn't they rename it from small blind, big blind to B1 and B2? Well, I don't know how many bananas in pajamas you've been spending time with, but I think just misnaming the small blind and the big blind will only cause more confusion. So I think just keeping it as small blind and big blind, but making the wager the same is probably the best way to go about it. I think calling it the big blind and the big blind is a little bit kind of silly, especially when we've already got the big blind ante that can differentiate the small blind and the big blind. So I think just keeping it as it is the best way to go.
And are you thinking what I am, Jordan?
I think I am B3, as these guys look like the bananas in pajamas right now. What's with the denim jackets? Did they shop at the same store? Are they the same jacket?
Oh boy, those are close.
No, they're the same
They
jacket.
are close.
Wow, nice disciplined fold there from Jerome
Yeah,
with the King
I
10
fold.
suited. Also, I love the t-shirt in seat 2. The GG Poker laughing emoji.
Oh, that's very good.
I want to get the thumbs up good play emoji. My housemate Tom Maguire has that on a t-shirt, I think, or maybe Bert does. Somebody has it on a t-shirt, and it's absolutely fantastic. But yeah, ladies and gentlemen, seats 8 and 9 at this table, sponsored by Denim Jackets.
Pan electing not to put in the 3-bet with the ace-queen suited has certainly created a situation. We've got a 4-way flop now. Aces a flip against the field.
Couple of
It's
threes
mostly
and a
clean,
jack.
but there's a flush draw out there. Bet of 30k, and I'd say that's small enough to peel a 9 high flush draw.
Ooh, another
Repeat
jack is
jack.
going to be comfortable for the
Concern.
aces.
Yeah, also for the flush draw. I mean, now there's a good chance you're drawing dead.
I was going to be a sicko and ask for the ace of clubs river, but it's not possible. The river is a brick. There's 9 high in no man's land, but I will say that you could probably get like ace high to fold if you bomb this turn. Oh, this river. And if you're getting ace high to fold, if you're bombing it, repping a jack, then maybe you could get aces to fold. Do you reckon if he bets like 130k, his opponent would let it go?
There's definitely a chance. I mean, it looks like you have a full house.
Looks
There's
like
not
he's
much
gonna go
out
smaller,
there.
and I think this size.
Oh, yeah. This is
Yeah.
not getting aces to fold.
I mean, it shouldn't get aces to fold, but we've seen crazier things already at this table. Reaches for the call and flicks it in, and, well, the rich get richer. 785k is a pile.
Wei increases his stack up to about 78.5 B2s.
I'm glad we're thinking what each other's thinking, Corey. It's really good. Queen 9 finds the raise, 20,000.
Pair for both. Bet 25k is probably about as big of a bet as you can call with this 6-5. There's a pair, but that Queen and Jack connect pretty significantly with your opponent's opening range. We do see a jam on the turn, and say good chance that this just gets through. You will take that one down.
All in from the Queen 7 from the button. Lu Tai Wei. King 9 offsuit with a touch more. This sucks. Does fold.
Yeah, the
Can't
King 9 we
request
could
it,
call in
and
the big
Ace
blind.
3 is very close.
Yeah, this will be going in. Gets the count, makes the call.
Yeah, all in call.
And this is a reasonably fair fight here. 53% plays 47. It's a very live couple of cards for Wang Yi.
Well, that's not good for Queen 7. Does have some backdoor stuff to stay alive, but it's going to have to be back